What is on top of the deck? What is on top of the deck? Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Welcome to Hunt the Week.
Hello everyone and welcome into the show. Welcome on in, each and every one of you detectives out there, you master detectives. Maybe you're a growing, learning detective. Maybe you're a brand spanking new detective, first day on the job. There's cases to solve, there's clues to crack, there's a lot of things going on, and you gotta stop whoever's murdering people on Ravnica. Did you ever read the story about what's happening in murders at Karlov Manor? I didn't read it, but I watched some YouTube videos on it. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't really understand who Alquist Proft is. He's a very heavy storyline character for somebody who is, not a planeswalker and a big player in the Discord, right? Alquist Proft's doing all kinds of stuff in the Arena Gauntlet League Discord. Cool story. Read it. Check it out. I always enjoy the sets a little bit more once I understand what the cards and the art are trying to tell me. So check out the lore. I think I watch Aether Hub History, something like that. Aether Hub something. Great YouTube channel for Magic lore. But that's not what this is about. We don't talk about lore. We barely talk about strategy. This is Hunt the Week. This is Murders at Karlov Manor, week 4. Wow. We are getting there, aren't we? I am your host with the most, your Don John DeMarco, your Goku or go home, the pride of Mardu. I am a 4-time top 8er, a 2-time league winner, and 1 time I hit a clue and people kept guessing it was badgers. It's not a badger. The badger's something else. It's not a clue. That's from when they were just putting random animal emotes on people. I don't know why. I don't know what they were doing. Chris York got mad, yelled at people for posting. People kept posting. I posted to get an animal emote. It was a whole thing. It's not badger. There's nothing about badgers in my clue. There is no clues for my clue. I guess at this point I would say, look at what Alquist is saying. Alquist is right on. Every time he mentions my clue, he's pointing you somewhere. There's hints. But that's all I'll say. And it's not a badger. That's what I'll say. Jeez, it's not a badger. Come on. Oh boy. This is Hunt the Week. We already did that part. And we're in Murders at Karlov Manor week 4. It's going great. I hope you're enjoying it. Let's talk about it as we get a clue.
That's what we're trying to find out. We're trying to find out who killed him and where and with what.
Now I will say up top, there are no clues in this episode. It is just the name of the segment. It worked. It worked for 1 week. It was kind of a nice happy accident. And now I just have to clarify it every time. No more clues on the podcast. I really doubt it. And if there is, I'll be very clear about it. But no clue in the podcast. Week 4, as I record, it is currently 1:32 p.m. Off work early for those seasoned listeners that know what time I usually record at. And this is your Murders at Karlov Manor top 8. Christopher G. Oompa Loompa, 17-3. Oh my God. 17-3, went 5-0 this week. He's played 20 games of Magic and he's lost 3 of them. Wow. What a get he must be. Could you imagine getting that guy to come on the podcast? That would be impressive. Then we have Peter D. Riddy, 14-6. Ryan W. Mutt Bunches, 13-4. Matthias H. Rezra, 13-5. Daniel M. HP Wizard, 13-5. Lot P. Lot, 13-6. Chris D, 13-7. Jeremy E. Lore Goif, 13-7. Nice to see you back up there, Jeremy. Always nice to see you up there. I am 12-8, so I'm right outside. This is I don't know. I think it's a little weird, the breakdown of the top 8 and top 16. Maybe I don't know, but it's 13-7 for a bunch, and then I'm 1 game out of being in the top 8, but currently I'm in 19th place. So it's Christopher G's way up there at 17-3, way ahead of the league. Just having a great league. Have him on later. Super awesome to talk to. And then it's 114-6, and then 10 players that are 13 and then like another 10 that are at 12 wins. So there's a lot of question marks around the 13 and 12 win players. It's not going to take a lot to sneak into top 8, but it might take a lot to hold on to a spot, at least for right now. There's not a lot of room. Usually I want to say like the top 4 people are like way ahead of everybody. It's really just the top 1. Just Christopher G. Oompa Loompa having the league of his life out here just stomping everybody. And could break Cody's record of 25-5. So he just needs to, if he only loses one more game in the next 2 weeks, which, I mean, man, what an ask. But it's possible. And if he loses 2, he'll tie. But I'll say this is a bigger league. It might be a little bit more impressive. Or maybe it's not as impressive with more people. I don't really know. Either way, wow, congrats, Chris G. And is that our only 5-0 on the week? So far it is. So wow, congrats, Christopher G. I did not do the 4-1 as predicted from last week to relive my Khans of Tarkir dreams. I went 3-2. I like my deck. It's super fun. It's really fun to play. Honestly, I'm doing a much better than I think my pool would would tell you. So I'm happy to be making it to week 5. I'll be lucky to make it to week 6. I need to go. Yeah, I can only lose 3 games. So it's 3 or 2 or better to make week 6. And then once you're in week 6, who knows? But it's, honestly, at this point, I'd really be happy with the top 16. I'm really trying to make player of the year based on performances. And I've been doing pretty good this year. Coming off a top 8 finish. I want to say I was like 17th the league before that. Another top 16. It's gonna help. It's gonna help because it's hard to win a league. I don't know that I'm gonna make player of the year that way, but I wanna be in it, and that's my goal is to make it over a long period of time. And if I win a league along the way, hey, why not? It's just some icing on that delicious magic cake. And I want to shout out right now this new game, Balataro. If anyone's looking for a fun non-magic but still card game to play. It's a poker roguelike. It's a ton of fun. We're talking about it in Cody's super secret server. Everyone seems to be jumping on it, like right now and at the same time. And it's really cool. If you like card games, roguelikes, a nice quick little game you can play, while you're laying in bed or not really paying too much attention to. It's great. It's super awesome. Very fun. And Murders at Karlov Manor week 4. What have we learned? You play 4 or 5 colors, you play all your bombs, or you go as fast as you can, Boros aggro. I feel like I've been saying that for weeks now, and it's still true. The 4 or 5 color decks are still doing their thing. Every now and then I run into a Boros aggro decks. I'm running into at least 1 this week, maybe 2. I'm also seeing some Izzet aggro, some Izzet with like maybe a Grixis splash or something. It's you're playing all your bombs, you're playing the long game, you're playing your Panthers, your Gardeners, your dual lands, and you're playing every rare that's worth playing, and you're hoping to win on value and power, or you're playing these super fast lots of little flyers, get in my damage real quick, and try to get you dead before you can really have much of a board or have much of a way to come back. And I'm seeing both sides win. That's about a 50-50 matchup, I think, against the aggro decks. And probably against the long game decks, too. It's all about who draws their bombs, right? And, does Christopher G have some bombs to draw? That's why he's 17-3. Hopefully you do. My bombs are not very good. But I'll kill you with your bombs. That's kind of my thing this league. I'm going to beat you with your deck. And, yeah, I love it. So yeah, I'm really enjoying Murders at Karlov Manor League. I keep wanting to be able to play more. I have a problem. I get my games done quick. I get my games done early, usually done by Sunday, if that. So it's like I finish real early, and then I'm kind of waiting to play again. I don't like playing Friday. Sometimes I will, but I don't like to play Friday. I feel like the competition is a little too hot on Friday. Friday is a good way to start off feeling bad. I like to start on Saturday. I don't know why. It's probably all superstition. I got a lot of my superstitions. Just win your games. That's all you need to know. And that's what my guest did this week. They win their games. That's what they do. That's who they are. Let's go ahead and let's solve the case.
All right, who done it?
You did. I did it.
They all did it.
But if you want to know who killed Mr. Body, I did. In the hall. With the revolver. Okay, Chief, take him away.
That's right. I had on Christopher G. Oompa Loompa. He was in the Khans of Tarkir top 8. Dude's been playing great Magic. He's currently first, and it's not close. He's not locked by any means, but it'd be hard to not make it with the way he's playing and how his deck is doing. He's been in the league a long time. We've been playing Chris for a while, and it was really nice to finally get to know him a little bit and put a face and a voice to the person who's going to destroy us for the next 2 weeks. So go ahead and listen to my interview with Christopher G right now. All right, everyone, join me this week as we solve the case with none other than Chris G, a.k.a. Oompa Loompa. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for coming on. I can't believe it. We got on Chris G, Oompa Loompa. I've been seeing your name forever. I was just checking to see when you came into the server, and you've been around, since
Yes.
Neon Dynasty? Oh, man.
Yeah, like 2 years now, I think.
Oh, yeah, we've been playing.
So long, yeah.
How did you find the league? Let's start there.
Same as everybody else, I think, on Reddit. Yeah.
It really does work. It's fun. It's so funny how
Yeah.
Reddit, man. It's everyone comes from there. We got to get a TikTok. Well, I was like, what else is there? TikTok. That's what we got to get going. That's all the kids are.
I don't know anything about that.
I don't either. That's why I can't be the person to do it. I already do the podcast. I do enough. Somebody, who is it? Cooper. Cooper's young. Anyway, Chris, I'd love to know, when did you start playing Magic? Colton. It's Colton, not Cooper. Sorry. But
Colton, yeah.
Chris, when did you start playing Magic?
So my first set was, I think I started in the middle of Corset 2020.
Oh, I love
I think
it.
that's what it's called. I was just playing against Sparky. Just
That's awesome.
I didn't really know what I was doing. Yeah.
So you learned to play like on Arena playing against Sparky?
Yeah. Well, I had previously played other card games and stuff,
Okay, like
like
what other card games?
like Yu-Gi-Oh and Hearthstone.
Nice. Yeah.
And those kind of are in the same realm, I guess, as Magic.
Yeah. I've
Uh,
played some Hearthstone. It's very similar,
yeah.
I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! Do you still play Yu-Gi-Oh? Do you play
No,
No?
when I was a kid, I played it a ton, but
I'm always so curious about other card games, like, because I know nothing
yes.
about them. Like Lorcana. Lorcana seems to be everywhere right now, and I know nothing about it.
Yeah, there's the One Piece game too. Also,
Yeah,
I've
the
been
One
trying to
Piece
get
game.
into.
That's one that I'm so out of. I don't even know it's there. I don't even know.
Yeah,
You came in at a core set. What got
yeah.
you into limited? What got you into limited Magic?
I just like the variety, I guess.
Okay,
Like
I like
just
it.
open a pack of 15 cards and really, uh, I guess choosing your lane, I guess, and building your own unique deck.
Did you
Like each deck
ever
felt different.
did you ever do constructed stuff, or were you always kind of limited?
Not really.
That's awesome, man. That's
No.
so cool. I feel like
Yeah.
Magic's so weird because people like they find their thing and that's what they do. And I just love it. And we all found limited, and now we're here playing sealed,
Yep.
playing Murs of Karlov Manor, where you are just dominating. And we got to talk all about how well you're doing currently in first place, and you're hot off your KTK top 8. You're playing great Magic. What's going on? What's pushing you to the top right now, Chris?
I guess I'm getting lucky, I guess. I got a good pool. The surveillance are pretty good. I have like 5 of them in my deck.
They're great. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been playing really well. Like they discard your dead draws and put stuff to investigate, and it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, the surveillance. I had 2 losses this week. Both those
Yeah.
losses had surveillance, and they're like, I couldn't have really asked for much better. That's That's great. We'll take those.
Yeah, and I've been trying to play like safely, I guess. Like I've been looking at pools and trying to play around their bombs,
See, that's
all
what
that
you're supposed
stuff.
to do. You're supposed to pull up the deck list and then look at what you're playing against. You're supposed to do it. I don't do it. I need to do it. I'd win more. Because look, here's proof. It helps. Mr. First Place, he knows you got a board wipe. He knows you got an Atali or whatever, whatever you got. What's the weirdest card
That's
you played
solid.
against that you weren't expecting? Have you seen an Atali yet?
Oh no, I haven't.
Oh man,
Luckily.
I ran into two
Um,
last week.
the weirdest card, I don't even know. I've been mostly playing like against like Boros and stuff like that.
I am
Uh,
seeing a lot of Boros
yeah, it's
this week.
like most things.
It's
I don't
not
know.
the most fun thing to play against. I are you how do you hear? Let me ask you. How are you winning against I know you're winning against Boros. I saw some of your games this week. What are you attributing how do you fight off these aggro decks? Well, what do we do, Chris? How can we help the rest of the Gauntlet League? How do you beat the aggro?
Uh, at least for my pool, I just put like every single two drop I have in my pool. Like everyone that has two power, basically I'm playing two mana 2/1s just
Yep.
to block the 2/2s. Uh yeah, and I also have some good cards that help, I guess. Like a Zoni could bring you back from a really bad position.
Zoni is it's one of those cards that I just want to open because it makes the rest of the game mean a lot less. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just play Zoni, it's like, I don't care if they kill it. I still got my spiders. If they don't kill it, the game's over. It's
Mm,
yeah, Zoni is that's one of the cards that's helping you out. I'd love to what other cards are helping you out? I know you got the clues early. You had the ongoing investigation, which I've seen in your deck again
yeah.
and again. Do you think that like your early clue solving is helping you do well?
Uh yeah, I got lucky and got some pretty good clues that happen to be in my colors.
can't
uh
can't be mad at that.
yeah, yeah. Like the ongoing investigations, like it's brought me back from a lot of games that I should have lost.
Oh boy.
Like
Oh boy.
that's yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's one that they when
It's
they
like
get that out, I was like, oh dang, that's that's a card.
mm,
And you were early on the clues, weren't you? You had the
yeah,
land, like the
I
first
think I was
two.
the first one actually to guess the clue, I guess.
What
Yeah.
what was that like? Because I wasn't around at that moment when things started
Uh
going down. What was it like to be figuring out these things on the server when it was
so
happening?
so for I guess the first one I found was the assassin link. I found it like a couple of days earlier when I was reading the rules list.
Oh, really?
I just stumbled upon it, but I didn't know what it meant.
That's
So I
so
just
cool.
yeah. So I just kept it like in my back pocket, I guess.
That's a good card too. Are you playing
Yeah.
that? Is that still in the deck?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I have like very little removal.
Your clues have
So
been great. You got ongoing investigation, you got Assassin's Inc., you got a land, right? You got a dual land. Uh
the turn into a pumpkin, or I think
oh, you
that's
got
what
to
it's
turn to a
called.
pumpkin too? Dang,
The
those
one
are all
that
good.
draws and bounces the card.
Yeah, yeah. Man.
Mm.
Those are every one of those cards is better than the clue card. It makes sense. And they're all in your colors. Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you are you liking MKM? Do you think this is a fun format?
Uh, the format itself,
Yeah.
I'm not really fond of it, I guess. It's okay. Like,
It's all right. It's all right.
yeah, yeah, it's all right. I like a lot of the cards though. Like I love the doppelgang. It's a fun card.
There's some really fun
Um,
rares, yeah.
yeah, the Nib Mizzet. It's really fun.
Yeah,
Looks.
Nib's awesome. Azoni is really fun.
Mm,
Cryptic Coat. Cryptic Code's
Oh,
fun to play
yeah.
with. There's some really Tulsamir. I just got doing a draft that had a Zoni,
Oh
Tulsamir,
man.
and something else. It's some 5 color nonsense. But oh yeah, it was
Oh,
a fun
sounds
time.
sick.
See, right, like that's the thing. I like playing the weird 5 color, get the bombs, play your doppelgangs. Those are the decks I like. It's these Boros decks that keep beating me down, and it needs to stop because my deck's not gonna. If next week it's all Boros,
Yeah.
it's not going to be good for me, Chris.
Yeah, I don't think for me either. I'm not
It's
sure about the matchup.
yeah. I mean, we'll see. They're out there and they're tough.
Yeah.
Um,
But the actual league has been really fun, just looking at all the clues and stuff.
I agree.
And yeah, yeah. And people making their own clues. I didn't expect that at the start. Like
Did
it's
you
a
make a
fun little
clue?
twist.
Did you have one in there?
Yeah, yeah. It was a little confusing, I guess.
That's okay. Mine's been
Yeah,
up there
man.
for days and no one knows what to do with it, so I get it.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah. But the clues, yeah, the clue thing has been super really fun. It's like I love the engagement of the community around it. Like everyone's coming out and communicating, and it's these fun things. It's a race to see who can get it first, and then kind of a little bit of bragging rights to be the person who got it. It's really fun.
yeah, for sure.
You were one of the first master detectives, right?
Yeah,
So
I
you
think
got a set in the mega draft.
yeah, uh, Brothers War, I think it was. Yeah.
What made you want to pick Brothers
Yeah.
War as your
I
set?
didn't. I just picked the first one that popped into my mind.
That's funny because yeah, I thought
Uh,
we didn't know what it was gonna be, right? It was just on the sheet, like pick a set.
yeah, I thought
Uh,
it was gonna be like a popularity, I guess,
yeah,
contest. Like the top five would be on the Mega Draft.
that's a good idea. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. Um,
Brothers War. That's a fun one. Chris, you've been in leagues for a while. Like I said, going back to Kamigawa, you've seen a lot of different leagues in the last 2 years. Uh, which ones have been your favorite? What are some of your favorite kinds of leagues?
oh man, they've all been really good. Yeah, I've enjoyed like everyone that I've been a part of, I
They are
guess.
great. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's there aren't bad ones, right? And lately
no,
they've
there's
all
no
been so
no
good.
bad one.
I feel like this
Uh,
year, they've all been amazing.
yeah, they've been really nailing it.
Were you
My favorite?
Yeah, you got a
Hmm,
favorite?
it's hard to choose. I think my first one, I guess, just because it was like a whole brand new experience.
What was Kamigawa? What were the rules in that one?
New, I don't even remember.
I don't either.
I think it was like just a regular
Was it just a vanilla Kamigawa
vanilla
league?
one.
It might have been.
Yeah,
I
I
just
think it
remember
was.
Cody destroyed everybody in that one, and
Yeah.
he loves talking about it. Cody won't stop talking about that time he did really well in Kamigawa 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, like a crazy win streak or something.
Yeah, he still holds the best record,
Still-
And every time someone gets close, he's always like, "Are they going to break my record? No one can break my record." We all know Cody. Yeah, that's a real fun one. Did you have
Yeah.
fun in the team league that we
Oh yeah,
did?
that was fun too. The
What
team and the partner.
Yeah, what
I was a part of the what was it called? The Gorgon
Oh,
Ninja. The one that was like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Werewolf Viking Ninja Gorgons?
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
think
who
that's
could
exactly
forget?
it.
Yeah, yeah, who could
Yeah.
forget Werewolf Viking Ninja Gorgons? You,
Yeah.
John Ged, uh,
Yeah.
two other people who I forget, I'm sorry.
Kevin
Kevin Knee,
and
1993?
Kevin. Yeah, I think it was. I don't remember the username, but
Oh, that's how I know people. I
I
always
think
know
it was.
people like by their name and username.
Uh,
It's stuck in my head as part of who they are. Like
mm,
your username, Oompa Loompa. Where does that
Oompa
come
Loompa.
from, Chris? I'd love to know because I always see it. And well, what's that all about?
So whenever I created whenever I first started playing on Arena, I guess
Uh-huh.
I had recently watched the Willy Wonka, the Gene Wilder one,
Nice.
the and I don't know, it was just stuck in my mind. I don't know. It was like the first thing that popped into my head,
Hey, it's
and
great. I love it.
I wasn't really sure if I was gonna, continue using that account or playing the game.
Yeah.
So I didn't really put so much thought into it.
Just kind of a throwaway thing. And here you are years later,
Mm.
you know, crushing hopes and dreams with your ongoing investigation murders at Karlov Manor deck. You
Yeah.
know, it's you're seen as the big bad out there, Chris. It's people are scared. They're scared of your deck. And I know you've got some bombs in there. So I hope we don't play. I don't want to play you. So I'll say it. What are you doing with your clues, Chris? Do you have a strategy? You solved all your cases. You got all your clues. Have you been re-rolling packs? Going for different sets? Well, what's that? How's that
Uh,
going?
so I've done the Investigate 6, I think it was. You
Okay.
choose two different ones and you get to keep one pack.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that on Mom, and one of the packs had a what is it called? The 7/8/7 mana 7/6 flyer that searches your library. The
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 dragon.
Brood
Yeah,
Lord.
the
Yeah, the
dragon.
Brood Lord. Yeah, that's like Convoke or something.
I mean, that's right. You have combos with that, grabbing up even more gross broken cards.
Yeah, just grabbing a counter spell or something.
Yeah, that's a great one. That Convoke
Yeah,
Dragon.
yeah.
Did you so you think Mom? If you had a choice between Mom and MKM,
I think
you're
it
a Mom.
really, I think it depends on your pool, and I'm not really sure which is the best. Like, what is it? Murders at
Yeah.
Karlov? I think it has a lot of like good white cards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if any other set has like the quality of white at least.
Yeah,
So I'd
those
probably
white
stick
cards.
to murders. If you're in white, uh, I'm not really sure about any other.
It's
Um, yeah,
it's so lucky, right? Like you got to open
yeah,
that pack, and any good pack is going to be good no matter what set it's from, and any bad
yeah,
pack is going to be bad no matter what set it's from. Um,
yeah. I think you just want to reroll any bad pack you get, really.
Now,
Like,
what
does
is
it?
a
Yeah,
bad pack? Like at what point
yeah,
do you go like I'm only adding one card? Or like this pack does? I always look at a pack and think, does this pack excite me? Like, am I happy with this pack? And
yeah.
like, if I'm only adding maybe one card or nothing
Mm,
is too good, especially if it's not like a good uncommon, I gotta have a good uncommon. They're so
yeah,
good, the good uncommons in MKM.
well, for sure. Yeah, there's some good ones.
There are. I mean, it's. I
There's
finally got my first buried in the garden, and like, oh, I love that
oh
card.
yeah, that one, Course to Kill, the
Mm-hmm.
Neighborhood Guardian, the 2/2. I'm just insane. I think
Yeah, Neighborhood Guardian is just
it
like,
goes out of control real quick.
yeah. There's there's just so many. I don't know. That's the thing. Is like I don't love the format, the MKM format. I think it's fine.
Mm.
Yeah, but the league, I still gonna have like a great time playing my league games. I have so much more fun. It makes me want to draft the set more and want to play the set more. Because I'm having so much fun playing my league
Yeah,
games.
yeah. I've been having fun.
Well, Chris, we asked
Mm.
the league for questions, and
Yep.
they of course did not disappoint. Our first question comes from Damien S. Butt Crack Magic. He would like to know, now that we know your secret of being a clue gamer, you're in big trouble in the next few leagues. How does it feel knowing that the secret is out and your opponents can snipe that part of your game? But more realistically, what has been your favorite mystery solving activity?
My favorite activity. I've really liked the rebuses,
Those
the
are
emoji
fun.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are really cool. I don't even know how they even come up with those.
Do you have a opinion on the secret plans one that just lasted for a day? Did you see?
Oh, was that the two eggs?
Yep, it was
The planes?
C for the wave, and then it was crit, CRIT, for like 2 times damage for like D&D or something. And then it
Yeah.
was plane secret plans, but it was planes minus the E. Uh but yeah, somebody finally got that one.
Oh,
Those have been really fun.
yeah. Um, I also like the I think it was Lots.
Mhm.
Um, she made like a or it was the infinite combo one.
Oh yeah.
Uh, yeah, you had to find the infinite combo within the limited set or something.
Yep.
Yeah, that one looked fun. The find the lethal one that was pretty fun too.
They just did one today
Yeah.
that was a crossword puzzle, and that one looked really fun. Uh,
Oh,
I
I didn't
didn't put
see
in
that.
any I didn't put any effort into it because it looked like a lot. Like it was a full on crossword puzzle. Um, but
Yeah.
but I bet that one was a lot of fun. I really like Flipster Philip B's one that just had like a bunch of just nonsense. It
Uh,
was just like,
Was that the one with the stars
yeah, the one
or
with the stars, and it
yeah,
was just like a bunch
that
of
was
like,
cool.
yeah, that
Yeah,
was
they've
great.
all been really good, really.
Yeah, the
I haven't
clues
seen
are
them.
awesome. Oh, I don't know what's coming next league. For Cowboy League, that's
Yeah.
next, I think. Um, but oh man, it's gonna be tough to beat this one. Our next question comes from Lot. Any tips on beating your deck? You know, you're number one. You know how to beat yourself, I guess. Any tips for the people out there who queue up against you?
Oh man. I guess having a strong curve, I guess is pretty good. Like a one drop, two drop, three drop. That's gonna be hard to beat for my deck. I
Gotta
just
get
have to
them.
hope to get lucky.
Gotta beat them before that dragon comes down, right? You gotta. Mm,
Yeah, before my value engines, I guess,
yeah.
come
Don't let
down.
those engines come down. Don't let them come back. Because if the you know, the game go long, if the game goes long. Oh, I've seen your games, Chris, and they are they're scary.
Wait, did you see the one on Friday? I was playing against the Boros. I don't know. Yeah, I
I
don't even
did
know
see,
how I won that one.
I did see the one you were playing against the Boros deck. And yeah, it's
It was
I think
gross.
right after that game, I think someone posted in the what here, let's read it because this is one of the things that made me want to get you on the show. Someone posted it in Cody's server
The
under
secret
this,
server.
yeah, under the stream channel. What do they
Mhm.
say? Oompa Loompa is too strong. And Richard said, I'm not even watching the match, and I knew that from the feature match on Monday. Then, then Caleb said, playing him right now, and someone gave like a saluting thing. But yeah, people are scared. Oompa Loompa is too strong. Watch out, everybody. Which again, congratulations. It's nice to see you doing so well, especially in back-to-back leagues. That's not something that's super easy to do. I'd love to see you, making it back-to-back top eight. Be ready for player of the year with all these wins you're doing. You're playing some great Magic.
Hopefully, I don't know. I try not to, you know, set the expectations too high, I guess.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
true. You got to just go one game at a time.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
still
yeah.
a couple more weeks. You still got 2 matches this week.
Yeah. Mhm.
So, if you being on first already, oh man, those 2 matches could really separate you from the pack. Our next question comes from Richard K. Preacher. I've been loving the food questions. KFC or Popeyes?
Well, I think Popeyes pretty easily.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been forever since I've been to KFC. I don't even know
I
it.
Okay, I feel the exact same way. I
Yeah.
can't tell you the last time I've been to KFC. It's been at least 10 years, if not
Yeah.
more. And it wasn't good then. It wasn't good 10 years
Yeah.
ago. That's why I stopped going. I don't understand how they're still in business. I see KFCs everywhere, and there's never anybody eating there. I don't get it. But Popeyes, yeah, Popeyes is like a nice little treat. You love that chicken from Popeyes.
Yeah, it's good.
You got a go-to Popeyes order?
Usually the spicy chicken sandwich.
Oh man, that
Usually what I
sounds
get.
great. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds awesome. Oh boy, yeah, you heard it there, Richard. Popeyes over KFC, and yeah, I don't know anybody else that if you like think KFC is better, please respond. We need to have a conversation. Our last question comes from Caleb G. Why not? Caleb would like to know, what is your favorite piece of Wonka related media? Coming from the Oompa Loompa.
Oh. Uh, some media. I only know of I guess three movies now because
Three movies.
one recently came out.
Yep, the newest one, which
Yeah,
yeah,
I haven't watched the newest one. Uh,
and they're based on a book. They're based on a book series, and then Adam did
yeah.
post recently.
Mm.
There was that Wonka experience in
Oh yeah, I
Eu-
saw that.
Europe that got a lot of attention.
That was like a scam or something.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
really know.
remember.
I didn't read too much about it, but yeah, it's some weird Wonka scam that happened in
Yeah,
Russia, I think.
yeah. I'd have to go with the original. Like I have a lot of nostalgia, I guess, for the Johnny Depp one. What is it? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah,
But I just think the original was better.
yeah. I mean, the
Um,
original's a classic, right?
yeah, it's a classic.
Gene Wilder tumbling around, and you got Charlie, and you got his weird uncle, and
It's
they're
weird.
they're burping, right? They're burping to get
Yeah.
down. Yeah, the original is fantastic. I haven't seen the new one, and there's no way it even
There's
comes
no
close
way
to
to be
compares.
yeah.
Right? Like it doesn't matter. I don't care. You could make that movie 1,000 times. Like they got it right the first time.
Yeah.
With Gene Wilder.
But I haven't seen the books or anything.
I think I read one of the books when I was very, very young, but it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz. It's like that style. It's an older style book. I think there's
Mm.
a few of them. But I'm no professor of uh Willy Wonka. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, before we let you go, do you have any words of wisdom for the other players out there in the AGL, the Arena Gauntlet League? From someone who's been doing so well to them who are maybe struggling. Anything at all?
Um, words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom, deck building
Um,
advice. Don't play this card. Do play this card.
hmm, word. Uh, just I don't know. Do what your heart is feeling, but you know,
I love it. Do what your heart is feeling. Uh,
yeah,
Play five
just
colors. Just do it.
like, just, just play five colors. You know, the ley line field packs.
Have you ever played that card? No, I don't. I've never seen it played either. I've never played it. Even in five colors, I don't think I want the weird ley line. The fixing in this set's so good. You don't need it. That's the thing. You don't
Yeah, even at common, there's like the escape tunnels. Those are really
escape
good.
tunnels, the
Yeah,
the public whatever, the land that taps
the
for any
public.
color. That card's
Mm.
fantastic. And then again, those surveil lands have just impressed me so much. And they get so much better when you play nervous gardeners who that can grab them and stuff.
Oh
Or
yeah.
like oh my gosh, like those lands are just I got the green, the thing that flips and then grabs two forests. And I finally have two green surveil lands, so I can grab both of them.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Watch out, Chris. You watch out. I'll grab my surveil lands while you grab your dragon. We'll see who comes
We'll
out on
see who
top.
wins.
Think I like the dragon
Yeah,
a
I
little
could
bit
grab
better.
my fetid pools.
uh, well, Chris, thanks so much for coming on the show. Thanks so much for making time to
Yep.
do it. I appreciate it, and thanks for being in the league for the last 2 years, man. We've played countless times. I can't remember them, but we play all the time. I was going back through our conversation. I was like, oh yeah, we played here. We played here. I was like, oh,
Oh,
we've been
yeah.
playing since 5/15/2002. Our first message 2 years ago almost. Oh man,
Gee,
uh,
2
so cool
years.
to get you on the show and finally learn a little bit about you.
Yeah.
All right, well, good luck with your last two games this week and the rest of the way. Congrats on being in first and finish strong, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully you get there too, you know.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
trying. I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but hey, I'll take a top 16. I'll take a top 20. My
You
deck
gotta
just
root
doesn't.
for the top 8, you know.
I don't have any drag. That's my problem, man. I got no good
You
like
got no
bombs. I got
dragon.
no drag. I played with a feature match against Richard, or which Richard was commentating, and I had like an
Mhm.
analyze the pollen, and I got to like tutor for any creature in my deck. It's like, let's see what he's got. And it's like the best I could do is like a Loxodon to draw a card. Like I got no my creatures are great. I need a big dragon bomb. That's what I'm missing. I'm missing some Azoni. I need an Azoni. You know, you got an Azoni and a dragon.
Yeah.
That's not fair. That's
It's
not
not.
fair. Dragon grabs Azoni. Oh my god. Well, good luck with your Azoni Dragon games. I keep on streaming them. I love watching them. It's super fun. Your deck looks great, and it looks like a lot of
Yeah,
fun to
yeah.
play. All right,
Yeah.
well, good luck there, and thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, Christopher, awesome guy. Gets the clues early, figures it all out. I can't believe he found a clue before they even started. And it's like I've noticed the people that get clues that no, I noticed there are people who are getting clues and they'll play like all of them, or they're all good cards. My clues are so bad. I've seen a rising stock in clues. I would say like this week 4, the cards given out were so much better than the cards given out in week 1. I think. I'm just noticing a lot more things that I would like to have in my pool. Maybe I just got unlucky and all my clues were not very good cards. But I feel like the cards are getting better as the league's going on, and there's a lot less people guessing now. There's again, my clue's been out for a day. One person, Juan, is really looking for it. They've tried multiple guesses. You're not close, but I really appreciate you being the person to look for it. I hope somebody finds it. And if they don't, I don't know. Maybe I'll win some record. Hardest to find clue, which means it was probably the worst one. But at least I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still playing my games, which can't be said about everybody out there. So let's go ahead and say goodbye to them because there's been a murder.
Sir, there has been a murder, and you are a suspect.
Duncan M., Rob Roy Duncan, Jack H., Rakic, James M., Soul Ring, Eric S., Smitty, not Smite, Max K., Leander, Thane H., Thigen, Joseph H., Sexcellence, Nicholas K., Bionic, Chris H., Facebeard, Mickbeard, Matthew D., Mad Matt, Chris Y., York on Games, Chris F., C. Frere John, Julian K., Citizen Snippies, John R. Ged, Paul G. the Dragon, Kevin I. Knee, 1993, Colton S., Colton Cooper, make us a TikTok, Nico G., Thunder Tanuk, Philip C. Kurgri. Oh boy, we got some weird names down here. Chris P. Joker 01, Sylvain T. Equidos. Other names that haven't been eliminated yet, but entropy is coming for you all. But I hope you're enjoying Murders at Karlov Manor. I know Christopher is. Man, what can you say? I really hope he breaks Cody's record too. It's a tough ask, but man, it's a big league, record-breaking league already. Why not add another one to the list? Sign up for Richard's Features matches. They're on Monday. Get involved. Be a part of the server. Do a roto draft if we have them. Play Boletario and get in the super secret server and Maybe we can convince somebody to do like a little seated tournament over there. Sounds really fun. It's possible. I don't know. But I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're having a good time and you're playing some good Magic, because I'm enjoying the league. MKM, I was into it, wasn't into it, was into it. I'm into it. I think it's fine. But I like just playing. Every time I play 3 to 5 colors, and that's what I like to do anyway. So I'm enjoying that, but not as much as I'm enjoying the league. And I'm starting to see the pepperings of the other cards and the other packs out there, right? Starting to see some weird things I'm not expecting. I'm still all MKM. I made that choice. We'll see. I got like 1 more or 2 more rerolls left, and they're the random ones. So who knows? Who knows what can happen? I hope the Magic gods have been lucky to you, and I hope you get to keep a good 7, because that's what it's all about. It goes such a long way, and if you don't, I hope that Shuffler's in your favor, because man, there are those games where I played Jordan M, JM-tron, outrageous robbery him for 6. I hit 4 lands, and then I had like all lands in hand. Sometimes the decks aren't in your favor. You do what you do, you play the best Magic you can, and you go on to the next one when it doesn't work out. And find my clue. Somebody find my clue, and it has nothing to do with a Badger. Apparently it's the Badger thing now, and I'm happy people are enjoying memeing on the Badger and memeing on the clue that I worked hard on. I didn't work that hard on it, I promise. But until then, we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.